Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Jameis now on first down. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
Strong right. Strong right.
Easy,
Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Oh, yeah!
10 yards still left on second down.
Tight end left, tight end left.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Jameis to throw it. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Man left, man
Wait.
Hey, boy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right in midfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13.
Pick the edge. Come.
Ready.
Winston now from the 50. He sets to fire deep. A swing pass caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Now they try the right side here. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's James. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the
Here we
Ringo.
go now. 3-19. 3-19.
We got three, fellas.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
Watch right. Watch right. Watch right. Watch right.
Now let's go. Back in. Watch you now, Barney. Barney.
Fear in that offense.
He'll drop to throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you're facing intentional
Here
grounding
we go.
ball.
3-19. Detroit. Detroit. No. Leopard. Leopard.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Take four.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage, look defensively.
Blue lady. Flip it. 4 down.
First down, Winston. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So here we go, first and 10 now.
Tight end right.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got the hook out with Conley. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be a second down.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
Second down now after the pass completion.
Watch tight end. Easy. 4 down.
And they give this time to the tailback.
Check 6 guys.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, Steel Curtain, they would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the Steel Curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
Ready. Flare.
On third down, Winston. He'll air this one toward Coleman. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by his former FSU teammate Jalen Ramsey. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Now let's go.
And now here's a carry heading left. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Double tight.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
Hey, we got
Blue 90.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. And now it's third down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Now let's go. Green, back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Looking to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
We got tight left.
Here we go now. 319.
They're going to look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that sparkling display of footwork we saw. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left.
Over. Here we go now. 319.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And now off to the races down the right side. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house from Buccaneer TD.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So the D-line's going to spread
All right, here we
out.
go.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's James. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Here we go now.
Three down.
Green 39.
No running now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Crash.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. They'll drop the throw. And James has it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Lay down. Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight
Hurry up,
end.
here we go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is knocked down from the side. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Hey, check. 3 down.
Back to throw here.
Check it out.
And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but
All right,
fell
here we go.
incomplete.
Gun. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Bang.
They'll look to throw.
Check.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
Single.
Now let's go.
They go play action here on first down. Quick hitter here is complete. And he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back, right on the 30-yard line.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Double tight.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
That's it, baby.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Jaguars on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, guys.
Watch it now, Barney.
We got to stand up over there.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
3 down.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hurry up. Here we go.
Check.
And now here's a carry heading left. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
There we go. Oh, yeah! Yeah, baby! Woo!
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
4 down.
Blue 90.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
I like the call. Inside the red zone running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Set. Blue 90.
We got 3.
Blue
We got 3.
90.
We got 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Shift.
Back to throw. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And it's now a 2-touchdown advantage for the Bengals. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Double tight. Double tight.
Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. This is turning into a bit of a death march here, the 13th play of this drive.
Strong right. Strong right.
Hurry up, here we go.
4 down, 4 down. Check. 4 down, 4 down.
He'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
All right,
They
here we
come
go.
out here in
Blue
the
90.
Blue 90. Defense looks to punch it in here from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Here we go.
Single,
Red
single,
38.
Back to throw. Young. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Jaguars' Jason Myers now for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Myers able to knock it through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Wait, Sonic.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Sonic.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Ready,
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hurry up, here we go.
Hey, we got
Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw. James has got it, complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And Myers able to knock it through on the NFL scoreboard. 2nd quarter up in Minneapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. This fielded at the 2. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you cross-state to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change the tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Wait. My 50, my 50.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Ready. Blue 90.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Matthews. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. So this brings up a 2nd and 2.
Under crunch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Jameis now on 1st down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Ready.
44's the
Blue
mic. 44's mic.
Second down, Winston.
Double dog. That's the way.
Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Blue Sonic.
Squad.
From the shotgun, it's Winston.
Check.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Big
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
So they're operating in the red zone.
Tight as Ringo.
550. Let's go now. White. Ready. White.
Three down.
My 50.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
Rush in.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Run. Flip it. They don't want it, fellas.
My 50.
Don't want it.
White. Easy. Blue 80.
Fellas.
Easy. Blue 80.
Woo!
Sonic. Ready. Blue 80. Easy. Hey,
Now a handoff looking right. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And this seemingly endless drive continues.
Two tights.
Ready. Blue 80. My 50. Flip it.
5 down.
Now they try the right side here. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Watch twist.
A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And with that, the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of that now.
They run the counter now on first down. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now it's 2nd and 7.
Baby, get him, boy. Get him, boys.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
throw. Over the middle, complete. That's James. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left.
Hurry up, here we go.
And now here's a carry heading left. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, it's hard to get them started again occasionally.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Get that ball.
No. Check. Patriots.
Now back to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Come on, let's go.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And to give this time to the tailback. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brandon's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2.
Tight end right. Easy. Flip it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Three yards to go on 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down.
Ready.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Corey Coleman, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended? I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen.
And he lost the football, and the Buccaneers have it.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Ready. Blue ready.
44.
Handoff looking right.
Let's get this ball back for the offense.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, yeah.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line is really hunkered down to establish themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
From the gun, Winston. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Set. Blue line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A quick hitter complete. It's Beck. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
Okay,
and able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's James. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. They're going to look to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Defensively here, he's got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Blue 90. Gun.
2nd and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. He'll drop the throw. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal. Back to throw here. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. They look to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Detroit! Detroit!
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. That's a tough one not to hang on to on 3rd and goal, but good job defensively to get there and jar it loose.
Agreed. That was really, really nicely done because there's no pass interference on the play. Timing excellent to get in there and knock it away. A win for the defense, and it brings up 4th down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Hey, watch the edge, watch the edge.
All right, now.
Kill.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, they were probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
This will be taken in at the 1. Able to slither by. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
Anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
A good pick up there at 22.
Ready.
Winston here to throw. And Winston lost the football. And the Jags grab it.
Crash down, crash.
Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now from Baltimore. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. Back to throw. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Double tight.
They come out here on the line. From the 4, it's 2nd and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
3-19! 3-19! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Black 99 Philly, here we go! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Check 25!
He'll look to throw. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a 2-point conversion.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And he motions the wide receiver.
Black 99 Philly, here we go.
He's back to throw. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out. Get to overtime.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Ready?
Here's Winston. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Ready? Blue ready?
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Alert! I got it.
Sonic!
Check 99!
Now Winston. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Let's go.
Now the first throw in overtime for Winston. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us, because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one, and to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway that gets it to the end zone. I'm not rooting for anyone, but boy, I love to see games finish that way.
So for Jacksonville, their battle to finish 500 gets a slight lift as they move to 6-8 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.